Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, Oracle of the Crows, Hypnocrow. My name is Melody, for those of you who are new to my channel. Welcome, thank you to each and every one of you guys, whether you are a new subscriber or a returning subscriber from my other channel. I am very grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the support and love that you give me. So this video is for the star sign of Gemini, or if you are just intuitively guided to come and watch this video. As you see before you, you have a star with 1 and a star 2. This is a past life reading. It's a timeless reading. So when you find this video, you are meant to find this video. So you have two different doors that you are being presented with here to choose from, to step back into that life and receive messages that you are meant to receive. So Geminis, before we get started, or intuitive viewer, before we get started, we are going to take 3 deep breaths in with the count of 3. Hold with the count of 3, and then we're going to release that breath slowly with the count of 3. And it's going to open you up to the door that you are meant to go through and allow you to receive the messages that you are meant to receive pertaining to this situation. Okay? So before we get started, go ahead and close your eyes, and I want you to focus on your breathing. Big deep breath in. Hold. Exhaling slowly, allowing your mind and your shoulders to relax. Take another deep breath in. With your eyes still closed. There are 2 doors being presented in front of you. Both are closed, but only one door is unlocked. Calling in the spirit guide for either Gemini or intuitive guided viewer to walk with them through the doors that they are meant to walk through to receive the message they are meant to receive. Ask that you walk with them. And as you exhale that breath, you're now allowing this spirit guide to walk with you. You will feel a vibrational change around you, maybe even feel or hear a humming sound. That is their way of letting you know that they're with you. So allow yourself to accept that. You're now reaching to open up this door. Take another deep breath in, even deeper than the one before. And when you exhale this time, you're opening your mind and you are allowing yourself to relax. And when you walk through this door to see what you're meant to see, you may now open your eyes and listen to your intuition and pick your door, door 1 or door 2. You may walk through it now. Alright, for those Geminis who chose door number 1, let's take a walk through this door and take a peek into that light. Let's see what was what life wants to come forward, and what is important. What is this door? Walking through this door into this life for Gemini, for those who picked door number 1. Let's take a look into that life, the door that for Gemini or intuitive viewer for door number 1. Spirituality and religion. So in this life, you were either very spiritual or obviously very religious. And let's at the bottom, phobias. All right, there was a lot of phobias. Okay, I understand. All right. Alright, so they're stemmed from the mother. I feel like it stems from your mother, I feel, perhaps in several lifetimes. I feel like you were very poor because you were orphaned, because the orphan card come out here, right there. You were orphaned. And I feel like it was from a mother figure, because back in here we have mother, right? So I feel like it was a mother figure. I feel like this also stems further back into the Egyptian days. So that could have been when you got orphaned, was when you lived in Egypt. And this phobia stems clean back to them days. Where, you have druid magic within you, right? Druid magic within you. Yeah. And you have the capability to, I feel, create abundance with this gift. And I feel like that's what they're trying to tell you. There is some past life phobias that come up when it comes to perhaps gaining money, for being spiritual, for being gifted, for and I feel like you, let's see, let me pull another one here. Yeah, you were persecuted. Yeah. Yep, that's where your phobia comes in. You were persecuted, perhaps by a mother figure, but you were persecuted in a past life. Therefore, I feel you have this phobia in this life that is coming forward, perhaps about using your gifts to make money, to bring success. I feel like and I feel like a lot of it, there's a couple of them that are coming through, but I feel like it stems clean back to Egypt. I feel like you've had this special power that lies within you from back when you lived in the age of Egyptians. You are very spiritual. You have a strict, I feel like there's like a very unique power within you that lies within you that you've had since being an Egyptian, and I feel like you were very, very powerful. Yeah, druid energy. It has a lot to do with motherly love. So for some of you, you could be completing karmic cycles when it comes to your family and feeling abandoned. I feel like you perhaps were hungry and it affected your health. I feel like you were here for a special mission as a star seed. Yeah, see, Native American. Yeah, you I feel like therefore you made a vow perhaps in this lifetime to face a lot of phobias that you have when it comes to religion, when it comes to being spiritual, when it comes to awakening people, is what I feel. Coming out of that comfort zone, coming out of that darkness. You have a real power within you to face a lot of phobias, and then I feel teach other people how to basically do the same. Alright, so the next set of cards that we are going to pull here are going to be the Akashic Tarot for either Gemini or the viewer. The Akashic Tarot. Shuffle them up real good for you and cut them, and we're going to pull off of them. See if we can't dig a little bit more into this life. I just feel like you are feeling lifetimes of fears, of phobias. I feel like you're doing major clearings in this life, and that's what they're telling you. It's not just a phobia. These are many phobias from many lifetimes. Came back from when you were in Egypt, in perhaps in Egypt, you know, there was a sense of feeling, because you were different. I feel like in another lifetime you are persecuted for being different. And I feel like that's what I mean. There's not just one phobia from one lifetime. There's many lifetimes of these that are coming through today through this reading. Clean back from when you were in Egypt and you ruled in somewhere in Egypt, perhaps as a priest or a priestess. The ascent, yeah. Right, it's been a journey. So I feel like with the Seven of Keys, keys is about success, values, basically the work that you do to put in to bring success as well. So this is talk about number 7. It's about, especially reverse, the challenges that you're going to have to overcome to ascend these phobias. And I feel like this is going back to the lifetimes. I feel like, remember I said I feel like it's not just one lifetime, I feel like it's several. I feel right there, 7, from at least 7 lifetimes. Not maybe in a row, but I just feel like it's many of them. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull off the top. Okay, reflection. So, yes, and it's related to the moon. On track. Divine position. So this is very important to some healing here. And clearing the way, yeah. And clearing the way to what? Key, success, to ascending, to climbing these, because right now you're kind of like in hangman mode in this life, right, because of these phobias. But I feel like that gets cleared, and then there is more, like the path forward is a lot clearer, is what I see here when it comes to your journey, when it comes to finances. And that's exactly right, when it comes to finances. And I feel like, okay, this is the reflection card. So when it's in reverse, the emotions is what the issue is. Like the emotions are being reflected back to you, because obviously it's reflection, right? So if you see here, here's like a light spot where, I'll put it up here. See the moon, right, is illuminating some cloudiness. That cloudiness has a lot to do with your emotions and why perhaps some sort of an idea did not work out in this last life. And I feel like what they're telling you is the reason why it didn't work out is because you were in a period of waiting here. You were in a period of waiting, and through this period of waiting, now you're able to take the right steps that you need to move forward. Because that's what the train's about, hopping that train moving forward, which puts you with the scrolls energy that's about our mind, that's about our thoughts, that's about communication, which relates to the swords energy, which puts you back on track on your journey, puts you back on track on your thought process, allows you room to move forward. See, and I feel like you paid attention to the signs that were presented in front of you in this life. It puts you back on track in this life that you're living now. So here we have the divine position, and it's in reverse. So I feel like there was a lot of blocked up energy within you. I feel like that needed to be let go of. So there's some healing energy from the divine that's around you could be accepted into your life. And with this healing energy that needs to be accepted in your life, it also helps to clear whatever is blocking the road forward. See, here you are in your chariot, right? On your way towards success financially. And then, boof, there's this phobia that pops up in front of you. But then you're like, well, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? Or what would happen if, you know, the wood here, wood. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, they're handing you the tool, right there. They're handing you the tool to, and it's an emotional one that's going to be very key. And I feel like it was very key to this life. It's very key in this life today, because we have a 6 and a 1, a 7. The underlying energy is a 7. So right here, and this is what I feel like you need to, this needs to be grabbed. This needs to be the center of your attention. And I feel like they're saying, hello, Gemini, pay attention to this. This is very key, right, to perhaps some healing energy that needs to take place here, that has happened for a very long time. And what's holding you back is this phobia, this fear. So we're going to talk about the 7 of Keys in reverse here, because I really feel like there is something within this message that is very important to you, Gemini or viewer. Keys, like I said, represents success, values, wealth. Okay. Okay, it says, yeah, the loss of a position, yeah. So, and that's what I feel here. That's exactly what I feel, that loss of a position on, when it comes to your spirituality. Like, I feel like, and it kind of turns your world upside down, and therefore there's a phobia that is something that needs to be cleared all right, about how to rebuild from the situation and the lesson that you can take from it. Um, so I feel like there was an idea that you tried to bring about to, because I see the moon here, so there's something being reflected back to you. I feel like it's about a seed of intention that maybe you watered too much. And what happened is it's set you back, like you waited and waited and waited. And what happened is that you basically drowned that seed, right? And I feel like it kind of made you take a step back from a situation. And that's what, and I do feel that with the divine physician coming through here as well. But I feel like your goal was within reach. Whatever this was that you were trying to achieve was within reach, but there was just a minor setback, is what I feel. A minor setback. And I really feel like it was all due to either not having the right amount of finances to move forward and build, or this minor setback caused the financial structure to be less than. But that's okay, because they're telling you, I feel like in through your dreams, I feel like they're showing you in your dreams, in this life, how to come out of this minor setback and to step forward. I feel like they're revealing the steps to you right here. And I feel like you, even in this life, may have dreams about a certain situation, perhaps about travel. Maybe even for some of you, you may even astral travel. You may even have the capability to astral travel back to this life too, because somebody is very spiritual. Somebody is very gifted. Very, very gifted. Yeah. And you were persecuted. You were persecuted for it. And I feel like therefore you have this phobia of, well, I can make money using this gift, but I don't want to be persecuted for being able to use this gift, because I know I have a natural healing ability, so I'm going to have to hold myself back until I can move forward, until I can put myself back on track. And I feel like the underlying energy is that's exactly right. And I feel like you're realizing that 10, 11 here. And I feel like it's really been challenging throughout all of these lives. I feel like you also, I feel like for some of you, back to the Egyptian days, I feel like this started back in that time frame, because I feel like you had a fear of using your gifts. There could have been something in wherever you lived at, whatever your status was. I feel like there was a lot of like anger towards you for some reason. Jealousy even. Alright, so let's keep going. Enough about that. So let's keep going. So the next question is for you, Gemini. A blunt message from this self right here coming through to you that you need to know that's important right now when you find this video. A message from this past self coming through that's important to you right now. A message from this past self that's important to you, the viewer, right now. A blunt message from this past self that's important to you, the viewer, right now. Stop whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. So stop whining. You have the strength to do it, and that's what they're reflecting back. You have the strength to put yourself back on track, to clear the way. All you have to do is face this phobia in this life, because that's why they're bringing it through. You have to face this phobia. Right? And trust. The phobia is fear of abandonment. That stems back from Egyptian days, when your mother perhaps did not show you love, right? Maybe you were sick. You were probably sick from starvation. And I feel like they're telling you you were here. That was part of your mission, is what I feel. That was part of your mission that was written in the Akashic records. Was this karmic, you vowed in your Akashic records to have this karmic relationship. Yeah. Yep. There's the Atlantis. Because of your power. And you need to trust that. You need to trust and have faith. So your phobias have a lot to do with how I feel you create your reality. So when you complain, what it does is it makes your energy weak. And when you focus on what you want to clear, what you want to create, then that's where your strength comes from. So let's go ahead and pull a soul's message. A blunt message from the soul self in this past life to the soul self that they need to know right now. A message from their soul self in this past self that they need to know right now. The viewer needs to know right now. Abundance. All my needs are met above and beyond my greatest expectations. And that goes back to finances from this past life. All my needs are met above and beyond my greatest expectations. Abundance. So stop complaining. Your needs are being met above and beyond. In other words, even if you feel you're not being taken care of, you are. We are watching over you. We are coming in and we are clearing your way and showing you the way forward. Another blunt message from this self coming through in a past life to the self that they need to know right now. That's the most very important that they need to know right now. A message, a blunt message to the viewer from this life that's coming through. Forgiveness heals. That goes back to this abandonment from your mother. Abandonment issues. This karmic love, this unrequited love. Somebody who was unable to express their love to you. Right? That's where that comes through. So they're telling you to forgive it. Forgive your mother or your father or whoever, the parent at that time. Forgiveness heals. Forgive yourself and others. Let go of the old story. Release any guilt and blame. Everyone is doing the best they can. This includes you. Kickstart the healing process by surrendering all the judgment and hurt. Your health and happiness will thank you. Right? Complaining, judgment, hurt, that makes you weak. You have the strength to let go of the old story. That's the blunt message. Where the new story comes in is, I have everything I need and want. I have everything I need and beyond. Because you do. Look at that, the purple clover, purple in the keys. Alright, so that's a blunt message from this self, and it makes perfect sense with the finances card. So trust that the divine is supporting you, right? Don't complain. Nobody wants to listen to that. Tell a different story where everything that you need is met. When you need it, it is there. That helps to clear the way of your ascension, of moving upward, ascending, putting you back on track for what you're here for. Alright, so there we go. So the next series of questions, or the question, is future energies. So this is where you are coming into this reading, where you're at in your life when you're coming into this reading. Where is the viewer or Gemini at when they come into this reading in their life? Where are they at? Peaks of joy. So, and it's in reverse. So, to me, this tells me you're in a process of mastering. What are you in a process of mastering? Your energy of your power source. All right. Look at all the cloudiness, right? Look at all the clouds. So you're very clouded. So you're coming into mastering something, and what are you mastering is clearing that cloudiness. Where instead of allowing the cloudiness to cover you, you are standing on the top of it and feeling joy, happiness. And this is a profound uh, um, mastering too, and it has a lot to do with fun and forgiveness, um, for the phobia that you have in this life of feeling abandoned. Okay, so let's see for Gemini. That fell out. Should I pull one more here? Flying, number 20. So 33 and a 20. So that is definitely about an 8 number in how I feel you connect with the universe. So when you come into this reading with the number 33, Peaks of Joy, let me show you this card up front. Put this right here so that you can see it. This ain't gonna work. But anyways, there you go. Number 33. When you're coming into this reading, your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others, but it's in reverse. So it talks about, do you rely too heavily on your material achievements when you assess how happy you are? And I feel like that is it in a nutshell. I feel like that's what's being cleared, is a phobia of you relying on money, relying on a financial situation, relying on money to support you through life. I don't have enough of what I need at this time, da 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 da, like complaining that you don't have enough money. I'll be happy when I meet the right lover or make the right amount of money, teach my idea. I'll reach my ideal weight, so on and so on. Why wait to arrive at the perfect destination before allowing yourself to experience the sheer delight? This is a day for joy. Take a walk. Listen to the songbirds. Scratch a kitty's head. Play with a dog. Look at a baby. And be in awe of life, which leads to true sense of bliss. Be alive. Be grateful. And know that happiness is an inside job. Yes, right there. The divine position. Happiness is an inside job. Forgiveness heals. When you let go of the old story. And tell about everything good, how abundant you are, how everything that you need you have already. You have the strength to change your world by telling a different story. By recognizing how grateful you are for being able to walk this journey and be taken care of. To be in where you need to be, when you need to be there, to take your next step, being on track. You're right where you need to be at the right time. That's how you can change your world. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. Exactly. You're getting a gentle reminder that there are times to take flight and times to remain grounded. And for now, you must avoid overreacting. There is still work to be done before you earn your wings, right? Earn your wings. And what must you do? Is get rid of relying on finances to feel abundant, to feel grateful, because money doesn't buy happiness. Be patient. What you seek will not be out of reach forever. Remember the story of Icarus in Greek mythology, where whose wax made wings, and overconfidence brought him too close to the sun. He perished because he didn't realize his limitations. Humility is a great power, and now you must exercise it. Doing too much, too fast, too soon only serves to prevent a beautiful flight later on. So, and that's where you're coming in to this reading at. Is releasing the outcome by letting go of playing the blame game for why things do not manifest in your world. Because something is maybe not coming in as quickly as you want it to. And I feel like your over patience is what's blocking it. So you have the power to change your world by learning to be patient and trusting that what's meant for you will find a way. So to kickstart the healing process, start with forgiving yourself, forgiving other people, letting go of this old story of complaining about what you don't have, and start looking at what you do have and finding a sense of gratitude. That'll change your outer world, because happiness starts from within. That's where the healing process starts. Okay, so there you go. That's what I feel. So we're going to go ahead and see a little bit more about this journey for Gemini or the viewer. Okay. The world, yeah. right there. So you have the power, the strength to change your world, to grow, right? And have a very happy ending to this old story, because nobody wants to hear it anyways. And taking your power back and growing by seeing the situation from a different point of view. This will kickstart the healing process by just surrendering and being happy. A very happy ending. So what a beautiful thing to have, the World card. So it's definitely a completion of a profound cycle. Very, very profound karmic cycle. Remember, we had karmic relationship, unrequited love, and we had mother. So you are here to break this generational karmic cycle, Gemini. And it's very important. It's very hard. And you are shifting that and clearing out all the phobias that you've had. And what you are doing is you are learning to be grateful for everything, all the lessons, the life, the journeys, experiences, and how all of them have given you the strength, and how changed that if you didn't go through all of these, how much you would have never changed, how much your life would be different. That's just 5 minutes of telling a different story. Yeah, look at that Tower minute. Change your life. Yeah. And you are, in this life, there is this sudden revelation, right? A sudden revelation that's going to give you the freedom to bring in everything you want, everything you need, that will bring a change into your world. Change your life, change of the world, change your world. You're going to break free of any procrastinations, and you're going to embrace these opportunities. Embrace these opportunities to heal. Embrace these opportunities to change your life, to end this karmic cycle, complete this profound karmic cycle that is coming in to change your life in this life, to where you are going to be creating a life of joy, abundance. Everything you need is just going to flow right to you. Yeah, you are at a period of transformation. Releasing the past, right? Letting go. You are here for a very important purpose, and it is obvious with the underlying energy coming through as the world. You are here, I feel, Gemini, to help raise the vibration of the world, to change the world in general, to bring about peace here on earth, to help the earth transform into another level. That's why your journey is so hard in this life. And you've had a hard time. Absolutely. This is very important message. Very important. Profound change to your life, to the life of the world, to the collective. A breaking free, a freedom, a feeling at peace, bringing peace on earth, happiness, growth, evolution. Oh my goodness. 3 major arcana, 4 on, 1 on the bottom and 3 on top, back to back. High Priestess in reverse, coming into your power, right? Be at peace. Peace. So I feel like you came into this life, and that's why we got the 3-3 to master this important challenge. To go through the evolution of raising the vibration of the earth in humanity. And I feel like in this life you were going through a profound transformation, Gemini, where you are offering a sense of freedom to the collective to let go. It's like you are a spiritual guide. You're a spiritual teacher. You are here for the spiritual growth of the 5, leveling up of the 5D earth. Absolutely. I gotta pull another one. Oh my goodness, the 5 of Michael. Yeah. So we have the 5 of Michael coming through for you. Gemini. Okay, so Michael, 5 of Michael is the 5 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you have put up with a lot of persecution. I feel like a lot of persecution, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of haters in this life. And I feel like a lot of hurtful words. This is where the abandonment issues are coming in here. Like I feel like a lot of people have deflated you. Told you perhaps like you'll never amount to anything. Why are you reaching for the stars? You'll never make it there. Those are some of the things I feel like that somebody told you. And what it did was is that these wounds cut you pretty deep. These wounds cut you pretty deep. And in this life, I feel like you had a lot of challenges with the Tower coming through. A lot of challenges in your life. Mentally, I feel like because people mentally like beat you down, like they mentally beat you down, like mentally abused you, so to speak. And what it did was it stunted your spiritual growth. And I feel like it goes back here. Put you back up here, number 1. Back here. The orphan, the mother, unrequited love that left you starve. So you were very hungry. This mother left you starve. She didn't love you. She didn't care about you. She orphaned you. For some of you, you know, this is maybe even, I'm getting druid magic here. Maybe even one of the lifetimes was during the druid times over in Ireland when you were lived there. Once perhaps started in Egypt. Clean up until, like I said, 7 lifetimes. So there's 1. The orphan shows there. 2's Egypt. Yeah, they left you starved to death. Right? They left you starved to death. Karmic relationship, yeah. Native American, there's another one. Baby, yeah. And it's like you were sent here as a starseed. You were, I feel, being conditioned for this. And I feel like you come into this life and you've had a very hard life, heavy life. Very, very heavy life here. where your world has crashed and burned many, 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 many times. But then there would be a aha moment as to why this change had to happen, which offered you a freedom to let that old situation go and to move forward. But I feel like there was a lot of them crash moments where things just ended abruptly in your life. And I feel like it wasn't just because they ended abruptly. I feel like you just didn't believe enough in yourself to continue forward with it because of the head games that were played with you, such as you'll never achieve anything, you'll never amount to anything. So therefore they busted down your belief system that you could believe that you could do anything. And it gave you a sense of being uneasy and not being able to complete anything that you start because, well, why? It's not going to amount to anything, right? You know? So I feel like that was a lot of heaviness that you carried with it throughout your life that taught you a lot of things, perhaps to hide your ideas, to keep your ideas a secret. Because if you would say anything, you would give somebody else the idea that they would take it from you, even though it was your idea. So I feel like you were brought on your journey where you're at. You were here to shed the old world and to raise the elevation and to help evolve humanity, because the old world is about to crash and burn, and we very much are upon that end times, to where the old version of the earth is going to ascend, and you were here to do that. And that is why this is all coming through, because you're clearing lifetimes of karmic energy through your DNA. And you are about to step into your power. Because why? Because you're completing this cycle. This part of your mission is over, and you're about to step into your spiritual mission here. You're about to step into your spiritual mission right here with the Tower and the Death card and the High Priestess and the World, all of it. You're about to step into your mission. And what are you stepping into your mission? Is the full living simply. Only taking what you need forward. Trusting in the divine. Okay? So that is what I see. That is a lot. I mean, it's like if you would look at this as a PowerPoint in this generation that will be watching this, a PowerPoint plan. These would all be key bullets. And this is like 1, 2, 3, 4 asterisks. Like really, really, really VIP. Very important information. A very key moment in your life. Keys. Right? 7 and 4. 1, 1. Mastering something. 33. Mastering, bringing both sides of yourself together, coming into your power in a very balanced way. Alright, so that is what I see. So next we're going to pull, what is your purpose in this life? What is your purpose in this life? Why are you here? What is the purpose? What is your life's purpose? Why are you here? Why are you here? What's your purpose? Why are you here in this life? What is your life's purpose? My life's purpose fully supports you. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Alright, so I feel like you are here again to support the world, to support the earth, and to help it shed the 3D layer and step into the vibration of the 5D. And you are here to support and heal it. See right here how she's holding the caduceus, right? Heal it and bring peace on earth, and using crystals to do so. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing the energy art. So I feel like they're telling you a good way to connect to your psychic energy, to be that clear channel, is to connect with crystals. That'll help you to connect to your psychic abilities. It'll be very life-changing. It'll be very supportive of healing your vibration and clearing yours, as well as the ascension of the world. It'll help you to break free of procrastination, because some of them will like raise your vibration. It'll also be good for finances. Maybe find a crystal that relates to bringing in abundance. That may help you as well. So you're just as spiritual in this life as you were in these last life. All of that energy still lies within you. Apparently, with the High Priestess card coming out, it all still lies within you. It's your own belief system that needs to change, to break yourself free. And crystals will help you to channel. Okay? Alright, so let's move on into that's future energies and what you're here to do. Final advice from the universe. What final advice does the universe have for you, the viewer, or Gemini, about how to take your next step? So we're going to pull the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards for this. Okay, Freya, phases and cycles, what the world is all about. Archangel Michael. There is a beginning within every ending, and you have the what? The Death card, which is ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So you could have a crow as a totem animal, and Gemini, there is something with the moon that's coming through here, whether you are there is there's several ways to look at the moon. You could look at the moon in your north node or your moon sign, but there's also a connection with crows coming through here. We have Freya coming through here. Freya is Odin's wife. And she's coming in and telling you there's a beginning with every ending, right here, the Death card. There's a more enriching future gonna be revealed to you as you release the past and end it. That is what she is telling you. Cycles. Complete this cycle. Happy ending, Freya. Beautiful. Love it. Alright, and then the next card is, this is the Soul's Lesson cards. Advice for the viewer. What advice do you have for the viewer about how to take their next step in life? for Gemini. Regret. I know that I can no longer change the past. Yeah. So about letting go of the past. There's a beginning with every ending. And when you release the past and the illusions that you were told, such as you will never amount to anything, I don't know why you're going to do that, that ridicule, that being persecuted. When you know that you cannot change how people are going to react, or you can't change the past and how the things that people told you, and you let that go, then guess what? Here comes that completion, and it's profound, and I do mean profound. Cycles being cleared, and you're going to trust that maybe some things did not happen for your own divine protection right here. Okay, so the next is, what are some signs that they're showing you in this life? What are some signs that, Freya, you are showing the viewer in this life? Okay, so we have flame eternity. So what they are showing you is this internal flame within you. This power within you to heal using crystals. You have High Priestess energy coming through. You have the power to work with fire. It's always been within you. It's been instilled within you since Egyptian days, since Atlantis days. Atlantis does the crystals. You've been here many lifetimes. Many lifetimes. You've picked up a lot of things throughout them lifetimes that you've carried with you. Now it's time to go through this purification process. Let go of the things that you cannot change from the past, and accept them, and allow the healing to occur from the things that you cannot change. You can't change what the things that people say. You cannot change the things that people did. And not everybody is going to understand your belief system. They're not going to have the same belief system as you. Yeah. They're showing you time is slipping. So time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. Alrighty. And then we're going to pull these two last little cards, and then your reading will be complete. Final advice for the viewer from the universe. Final advice to the viewer from the universe. Yep, look at that star card. You are a star being. You are an eternal star being. Okay, you have Freya watching over you. She's watching over you. She's part of your starseed family. You had to go through, now we have 8 stars, 7 to 8 lifetimes to prepare you for what you are experiencing now. But every lifetime you've had to, it's been part of the purification process, is what I feel. It's all been part of the growth that is needed, that brought you to this lifetime. You're very powerful. You got Freya coming through here. Freya is somebody who remote uses the Oracle of the Delphi. She's is very psychic, very intuitive, very Oracle of the Delphi. That's the only way to put it. That's who she is. That's you, Gemini. You come from out there. You are a starseed family, starseed. You are being divinely guided by all these angels. They are surrounding you at this time. Yeah. Supporting you on your journey. So something I feel that you are wishing for will find success. Will find it. Once you let this go. So you have to let this go. What do you need to let go? Is this phobia about not having enough that lowers your vibration. Complete this profound cycle of a karmic family energy, and that's exactly what you're doing. Completing karmic cycles for your ancestors. And that is why it is very important for you on this journey. You can have everything you wish for. Abundance. All that you need, above and beyond anything you could expect, right here. Success, celebration, love. Once you let this go, it's here. It's coming back around, and it's going to keep coming back around until you clear it. So there you go. For some of you, you could be on a twin flame journey as well. With the Four of Wands and the flame, you could be on a twin flame journey. You both are star seeds. You both came from the same star system. And you come down here to show eternal love and to raise the vibration of the planet. Using crystals, getting to know crystals, working with crystals. Reading crystals, handling crystals. I've noticed I've been holding on to mine because it helps me tune in. It amplifies it. My master crystal. Alright, thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Alrighty, for those intuitively guided here, or Geminis, for those of you who chose door number 2, let's open up that door and take a look inside of this life. Let's open this door and take a look inside of this life. For Gemini, or those intuitively guided to watch number 2's door. Take a look inside of that life. Wow. You have the same card as door number 1. So there's a phobia coming through here again with Geminis. Leaving or travel, medicine woman, and Greco-Roman. So we'll put the Greco-Roman there. Medicine woman, leaving or travel. So for some of you, I feel like it's kind of sort of the same message as come through part 1 or door number 1, where there's a phobia coming through here. When it comes to a particular person leaving or going away. And I feel like it is this is one of the lives that's coming through with these phobias, is the Greco-Roman. And for some of you who chose door number 2, this is a particular life that needs to be brought to your attention. I feel like there's 2 different lives here, Greco-Roman and Native American, coming through here, where the spouse left or got killed or traveled somewhere and perhaps never returned. Like the suitcase was left behind, but they never returned. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So somebody was either a baby or perhaps was a baby, had a baby. The baby's on the bottom of the deck, says something with a baby here. Forgiveness. Alright, so I do feel some forgiveness needs to take place for these two lives. I feel like definitely two different lives coming through here. I feel like these two lives are coming through as there was a baby involved in this situation in one or both of these lives, where I feel somebody left, went on a trip, and perhaps never came back. So there's this fear of abandonment coming through, where somebody needs to find some sort of peace with these two lives in particular. I feel like the power of forgiveness for perhaps somebody who did leave the picture. Let me pull this card up here so I'll show you, right? What's there? What's left there is the suitcase. The train is gone, right? There's nothing there but the remnants of the situation, and that's the suitcase. There we go. On the train tracks. And now we have the medicine woman and man coming through. So this is the Native American life. That's one of the lives that's coming through here. I feel like somebody was very creative. Perhaps you made dream catchers, and you may have induced them on some sort of medication, like maybe after you got them wrapped, you may have dipped them in something and used them for medicine to hang over people's beds or babies' beds, right? The baby's bed to protect them. Maybe even said some sort of a prayer over it to protect the baby. I feel like somebody called in their ancestors, because to me, looking in this section right here, I see a couple of ancestors standing there. See like the hat up here, and like the hair coming down on the neck here. I feel like this is an ancestor. I feel like in this life, you guys called in the ancestors to watch over and protect your baby. And you used the dream catcher, and when you made it, you put it over this baby's bed with the guardians of these ancestors. So I feel like, this phobia also stems back to the Greco-Roman days, where there was a lot of destruction, a lot of chaos. In them days, maybe you had a baby and you lost your baby because of something, maybe an illness, and there's a lot of, like, you need to find peace with that. That is something that I feel pretty strong here. I feel like somebody had a baby in the Greco-Roman days, and I feel like it had health problems. And I feel like it passed away. And I feel like today you may not want children, or if you do have children, you have this phobia of standing over top of it and watching it breathe because of this incident. You carry this incident in your soul of this time frame. Therefore, you have a phobia of what they call now, today, sudden infant syndrome. SIDS is what it's called. Sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. You have that phobia still with you. And that's because in this day, right here, it happened in 2 different lifetimes. Your baby died due to health issues. And for others of you, I feel like somebody left you and your baby behind and went off and did something, and you need to find forgiveness is that for that as well. I feel like the same parents, either you were a baby in this time frame, or this was your baby. I just heard both. I feel like in the Greco-Roman, this was your baby, and in the Native American, you were this baby, is what I feel. You had the baby in the Greco-Roman days, and it died of health issues. Then when you come back through in this life as a Native American, you were the baby. And I feel, no, wait a minute, you were the baby in the Greco-Roman and died, and you had the baby in the medicine man. Is that the way I said that? You were the baby in the Greco-Roman days. You died of health issues. You come back through in the Native American and had the baby. And the spouse or the other parent left and basically just disappeared. They left. And that's why you need to find peace with it. Because they really didn't abandon you. Yeah, I feel like it just created phobias in your life. So it's very possible that this baby that you had right here in this life could be a comeback through. You could be the baby that come back through, or your baby could be the baby that come back through, but you're connected to a baby somehow in this life. And this baby's connection is helping you to find peace with this life, or these two lives. Alright, so, okay, well, that's what I see. There's a lot of energy coming through here from these two stories. You were a baby in the Greco-Roman days and died of health issues, which created a phobia of 6. Then you come back through in the Native American days, possibly grew up as a medicine man or medicine woman to have your own baby. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's tap into the Akashic records of this viewer and see what else do you want to talk about. A view into the viewer's Akashic records and eternal light. There we go. We can see a little bit better now. I just wanted to, I don't like the glare on it, but you can't see with it off. So let's go ahead. For the viewer, this past life, a view into this life. For Gemini, okay, fated meeting. So I feel like destiny had a hand in this situation right here. I feel like it was fated to part. Destiny definitely had a hand in it. Alright, lightning bolts. 2 of scrolls, walking 2 different worlds. Another 8. Commitment. Okay. So what I see right off the bat was there was a broken contract here. A broken contract with perhaps a commitment that was faded here. Somebody broke the contract with the time frame is what I feel here. I want to say, let's talk about this faded meeting, because that's where I feel like it's talking about that contract at the end there. Okay. Which is a very key moment in this lifetime. Okay, so there was a person in your life with whom you had made plans to work on this karma together, to undo past life patterns. But this card shows that one or both of you have fallen into old habits, right? So this is definitely about that broken contract. One or both of you broke the contract here. But you two in this life come together for a purpose. So that's where the baby comes in. I feel like somebody in this divinely fated relationship, there was a baby involved in this. You could have been the baby, or you could have been the one to have the baby, or the other person. So you come together to see the truth of some sort of situation, to have that aha moment. And I feel like that's what this life was coming through here. And I feel like that's why you're coming to this video, is to see the truth. See the truth of your current situation. And I think it's about that phobia. And there is a life pattern that is coming to the surface about the energy of this. So, falling into old habits. Somebody denied this fated meeting is what I feel. Somebody denied this fated meeting and decided to leave. Or they went off on a trip, or they just left. And I feel like that's where that phobia of fear of abandonment comes in, because somebody left the relationship here. So we have forces, which talks about the energies within us and around us. That would be equal to wands. We have scrolls, which talks about the communication, our mind, how we think, how we talk to ourselves, how we talk to other people. And then the roses talks about love, all kinds of relationships, family relationships, romantic relationships, partnerships, and how the emotions relate to the situation. Okay, and this is a major arcana, so this is a key In one of these two lives, they were both key to a divine counterpart, is what I see here. And the key is there's a loss here. And this loss was all part of the growth. So this, I feel, is why these two different lives are coming through here. That's this right here, two scrolls, two different worlds, two different lives are coming through here for a reason. Because it has something to do with a divine counterpart in this particular life that you are watching this video in. So this talks about a bolt of lightning reaching up to the heavens, and it's nothing less than a divine power that is moving through you, rising up from the depths of your own force and lighting up the world. So in this life, I feel like somebody denied this contract with the other person, but I feel like in this life it's coming back through, right? It's coming back through to clean this mess up, and it is a mess in both of these lifetimes. Definitely, it is a mess in both of these lifetimes. So, and it is for your personal growth as well as the growth of the other person. So that's why these two different lives are coming through here. It may have something to do with your abundance as well. How to create abundance from being this medicine woman, in having your gifts and your talents, and being prepared to walk into perhaps something that is unknown to you, unknown territory. You know, and then you have the Ace of Roses. This talks about this broken contract right here with the other person, and why these two different lives are coming through, right? The two paths, unknown. The two paths. Two lives, two paths, however you want to look at it. I am looking for the Eight of Scrolls, and I'll pass it up in here somewhere. So the Eight of Scrolls in reverse talks about finding yourself in an undecided or a hesitant position to move in any direction. And what you did, and what you're looking in, is looking into a period of darkness. And what you're doing is you're taking reflection backwards. And I feel like this has a lot to do with why they're bringing you here. Is they are making you take a look back into these two lives and forcing you to find peace and forgiveness and clear these phobias. For a lot of you, you could have abandonment issues in this lifetime. Stemming clean back from these two lifetimes. So you look back and you see where maybe things were partially illuminated. Um, and this is you about the experience that you like. I taking a look back at these 2 lifetimes and the experience that you experienced, and gaining that aha moment, that revelation of about, see, it's split down the center, 2 lives, right? 2 scrolls, 2 different lives. As a medicine woman in a Greco-Roman, and seeing, right? Gaining illumination. So somebody is already digging, is what I feel here. And therefore Spirit is confirming to you that you're in the right place, getting the right answers that you need to get. Yes, this commitment was broken because somebody left. So therefore, it's like adding a phobia on top of a phobia. For some of you, it's about that SIDS phobia and where it originates, because you died. And then perhaps even you either had a baby die from some sort of an illness, either Greco-Roman days or in your Native American days. But either or, I feel like you were a baby that perhaps died in the Greco-Roman days due to health, and you come back through in the Native American days and had a baby, or you was the baby, and the parent left you. Okay? So you definitely need to find peace, again, for these 2 different lives. You do. And understand that you cannot change it. It is what it is. Alright, so that is what I see. So the next question for you, Gemini, whoever chose star number 2, is a blunt message from this self in these 2 lives that you need to know right now, that's important to you in the now moment. A blunt message from these 2 lives that you need to know, that's important to you right now in this life. A blunt message that's important to you right now. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. So purge it. Purge it. You need a good fucking cry. Purge it. So they're telling you to purge it. That's one way to release it, release the pain. There's where forgiveness and peace will come in, right? So let's go ahead and pull another card. A blunt message from that self in that life that's important to the viewer right now. A blunt message from that self in that life that's important to the viewer now. It's important to the viewer now. Okay, so the one on top says truth. I live in my truth. See the mirror, the reflection. Get that ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. And I feel like your soul's trying to reflect that back to you. That's the truth. That's how you can let it go. Voyage. I am safe and loved no matter where I'm at. So that you can feel safe again. And know that nothing's going to happen or nobody's going to leave you. Playfulness. My joy is the greatest gift that I give to others, so that you can get the gift of happiness, joy, opening up your mind, expanding, being playful, being creative, and miracles. My life is a miracle. And look at yourself as a miracle. Look at life as a miracle. You are safe no matter where you're at, right? The waters is going to protect your home. Your home is where the heart is. Life was a miracle when you look at it as a miracle. So your soul is reflecting back to you the truth that how you can purge these phobias, so that you can stand in your truth no matter where you're at on your journey, and have the sense of joy and believe in miracles. Open up your mind to miracles. So for some of you, you may be trying to have children. Some of you may be wanting to have children. Maybe some of you, are questioning, right? Alright, so let's keep going. A blunt message from the self to come through to the viewer. A blunt message. Something they need to know right now. A blunt message. What they need to know right now. Blunt message. Something you need to know right now. Something bigger is on the way. Allow your vision to expand. Yeah, exactly. Expand. And be open to the form it takes. You may discover that you were dreaming too small, although it seemed like an obstacle is actually pointing you in a better direction. The universe always has your back, and you are safe and loved no matter where you are. And that is exactly the truth. When you look at your life as miracles can happen, and you allow that vision of joy, of happiness, of feeling safe and loved, right? Because when we have our fear of abandonment, we don't feel safe, right? Because why? Because everybody always leaves us. Yeah, that is what I feel the blunt message that self wants to give you. So the next is, where are you at on your journey in this life when you come across this reading? Where are you at on your journey in this life when you, the viewer or Gemini, come across this reading? Where are you at in this life? Where are you at? Encouragement, which is in reverse. Let me hold that up there for you. I think it's cute. Giraffes. Education, but it's in reverse. Alright, so I see two fives, which tells me there's been a lot of challenges that you've had to experience along your ascension journey, is what I feel here for you, Gemini. And I feel like it's been an upward battle for you. And you've needed, sometimes you've needed to stop and gain some self-encouragement, or just some encouragement from your angels. And I feel like that's what they're telling you. The universe always has your back. And I feel like you've had to go through periods of time to accept them nudges is kind of what I feel here with the 50 with this encouragement card. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. So I feel like you're coming into this reading knowing that you made a misstep, but it's not the end of the world. What happened is you fell into a trap. And it's because you wasn't listening to your intuition. And now you could be in a bit of a jam. So they're telling you don't become too discouraged because all is well and you can always start again and take another road. But they're telling you you need to start listening to your intuition because your intuition is guiding you. And you fell into this trap of not believing in yourself and not listening to your intuition. And now you need to rediscover and trust that spirit knows what you need, and trust that something better is around the corner, right? The universe always has your back. So what seemed like an obstacle is actually pointing you in another direction, and that is exactly what is happening here, right? The obstacle is you fell into a trap of not listening to your intuition, right? That's the obstacle. But that obstacle was an illusion that trapped you from opening yourself up to why perhaps you were rerouted here. Okay. So I feel like you need to start relying on your intuition and trust that the universe always has your back and that your needs are going to be met, right? So they want you to do some purging here, because these purging will help to leave these phobias behind, so that you can move forward on your journey. Is what I see here. So they're telling you you are very stubborn and you have this desire to have to know everything, while they're telling you the need to be right no matter what isn't going to get you what you want. That's just the power of being stubborn. So, and that's what misled you, was you needed to know everything instead of trusting your intuition. So I feel like you were too focused on getting what you wanted instead of focusing on what spirit knows that you need. And I feel like they're telling you you don't always get what you want, but you always get what you need at the exact right time. So you are learning a valuable lesson that's leaving some bitterness in your mouth. So, and it's teaching you to be open to miracles. And here, be open to miracles. And something that you were reaching for, you may discover can be bigger, right? Dreaming too small. You were dreaming too small because you were trying to control something. So you're getting educated real quick about this lesson in this lifetime. So let's go ahead and move into This is the Archangel Power Tarot, and get a little bit more information about this life that's coming through, about where you're at on your journey in this life. And it's your fear of abandonment here that's actually making you dream too small. Page of Gabriel. So yeah, I feel like Archangel Gabriel coming through telling you, be brave, right? Be brave and face this challenge that's not actually an obstacle at all. You just think it's an obstacle. Face this challenge because there's a lesson involved in it, is what I feel. Ace of Ariel. So the Ace of Ariel in reverse talks about a change happening. So something, the reason why something didn't take place, there is a lesson involved in that. And the lesson involved in that is showing you the challenge. It's being revealed to you what the true obstacle is, what the true challenge is that's actually blocking this new beginning. And I feel like it's the energy that you put into it that's the challenge. Four of Michael. So it's about being patient is what I feel. Being patient, and again going within and getting your insights, because remember, this is about ignoring your intuition. You took the misstep. This lesson is going to teach you what is blocking the new beginning, what needs to change. And it's about being patient and trusting your intuition. That's the lesson involved here. That's what's challenging you, is not trusting your intuition. So there's a profound lesson that is coming in with this. Five of Ariel. That is teaching you, you are co-creating with the universe. They got your back. They did not leave you alone. It's your negative thoughts that made you think that. It is all within your thought process, right? Because you are very intuitive. You are very, very intuitive, very psychic. You are very giving, absolutely very psychic. And I feel like you took the misstep because something happened when you were a child that made you feel like nobody was around you. And that's back to this phobia, this feeling abandoned. Like nobody was around you, nobody cared about you. You had to do everything on your own, right? And that is a lesson that you are learning in this lifetime. It's a very profound lesson. And I feel like it has something to do with somebody else, perhaps a divine counterpart, and a commitment in this life. And I feel like they're telling you, you don't need to know all of the details of how it's going to happen. Just get ready for this adventure, because there's going to be an opportunity for you to move forward, right? But you need to trust your intuition and trust divine timing. Trust when it's right, right? When it's right, it'll be right, is what I feel. So the next question is, what final advice does the universe, oh, wait a minute, I forgot a card. What is Gemini's life's purpose? For those who chose door number 2, what is Gemini's purpose? What are they here for? 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 What is Gemini here for? What is Gemini here for? What's their purpose for being here? What is their life's purpose here in this lifetime? Healer. You have this spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So you are meant to be a healer, which makes perfect sense here with the Queen of Raphael. You are meant to be a healer, maybe even with your psychic gifts. Anything else? Support. Okay. Your life purpose fully supports you. So I feel like you are a healer, and I feel like, see how she's holding Caduceus. I feel like you support a lot of people. You're here to even perhaps to heal the world and support the world. Infinite abundance. How about that? You're fully supported as you devote yourself to the divine life's purpose. So right here, your life's purpose fully supports you as you devote yourself to your life's purpose as being a healer, a psychic. Okay? You are here for a specific reason. Okay, so there you go. That's what I see. So now we are moving into what final advice does the universe have for you, the viewer, about your next step. What final advice does the universe have for you, the viewer, about how to take your next step in this life? What advice? Green Terra, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. So, again, they want you to know that they're supporting you, protecting you, and that you were never alone. The universe has your back. And I feel like they've been showing you that. They've been mirroring that back to you, is what I feel, the truth. So that you can heal not only yourself, but other people. And I want you to move beyond the limitations that you give yourself, that you challenge yourself with in your mind. And I want you to learn to trust your intuition, is what I feel here. Yeah, because you are doing some karma releasing, and that's what this is talking about right here. The divinely fated counterpart right here. About releasing karma. Move beyond drama, create your impact, make room for good energy. You're releasing this karmic tie to another. So you're divinely protected while you do this releasing. And it's time to move beyond this limitation of feeling abandoned. Alright? So I feel like you could have met up with a mother figure in this lifetime. And this mother figure could have abandoned you in this lifetime. And that's because you were meant to repeat it so that you could clear it. And they want you to know that you have been divinely protected all along. You are a very unique individual in this life. You were here for a specific reason. I feel like they have showed you at a very early age that you are chosen, or you are special, is what I want to say here. Alright, so let's keep moving and pull up another card here. So what final advice do you have for the viewer about how to take their next step on their journey? Trust your intuition. Make room for your abundance that's coming in. Okay. What final advice do you have for the viewer here with Count Saint Germain and Green Tara? Love. I commit to the practice and seeing the good of all things. So practice seeing things through the eyes of love. Okay? Because why? Because these karmic cords are being released from the past. Specifically these two past lives, but past several lives I feel has come through. Where you came through as a baby for this specific reason. Right, so what signs are you showing the viewer or Gemini? What signs are you showing them? What signs are you showing them? Alright, yeah. So apron, yeah, it's time to step into the service of your soul, to your purpose. The divine is supporting you. And 777. Rapid soul development that comes from challenging times. So this was all these challenges were for fast ascension purposes that brought you to this situation where when you step into the service of why you are here, right, you will be fully supported no matter what, okay? So that is what I feel they are showing you. So final two cards to end your reading, and these are the Crystal Vision Tarot cards. Just going to pull a couple cards and then it'll be it. Final advice to the viewer. Final advice to the viewer. Eight of Swords. So, you were definitely challenged mentally. You've been through a lot. People have really put you through the works, really made you feel tied and bound to I can't. I feel like, yeah, and that caused you to not be able to stand up for what you believe in. And those were all challenges to bring you through this fast ascension. And I feel like this caused you to not want to stand up for what you believe in because you feared that if you did, people were going to leave you. They were going to challenge you. So therefore, it's like you just kept everything. I feel you kept all the phobias, like it just build and build and build until boom, an explosion happened. Well, they're telling you that it's time to commit to practicing, to seeing the love of why all this happened. Okay? So there you go. That's what I feel for you, Geminis. Thank you for watching and have a great day.